Hello and welcome to the NCCA Virtual Production Previsualisation Studio. This was part funded by the World Class Laboratories Fund and is a configuration that we put together in the NCCA within about 5 days after the end of the UK lockdown. I'm going to talk you through the different components of our setup here. Hopefully this is going to be useful to some of you trying this at home. So this is our temporary green screen stage, which we've set up in the sound stage of the pool gateway building. What you're seeing here are 4 KinoFlow lights which are illuminating the subject. Pretty standard production configuration. So I'll walk you over to the main virtual production camera. So this is a Panasonic VeriCam LT body mounted with a PL lens, PL adapter. And on the front of that PL adapter, we've fitted a B4 lens, which I'll explain why in a second, also fitted with a PL to B4 adapter so that we don't lose aspect ratio and the image isn't cropped. From this camera, we've got essentially 3 different outputs. We have the Christmas tree of motion tracking markers, which will be picked up by our motion analysis motion capture system. We have the video output, which is going to be fed into our Unreal server. And we have the lens encoder, lens information, which is retrieved because we have the B4 lens, which is an encoder module. So we're taking the motion capture information and the lens information, and that gets sent over to the Cortex server here. You can see our virtual camera. So the virtual camera is being calculated from the 16 motion analysis cameras, which is tracking the Christmas tree on top of the camera, and taking the lens information and also calibrated to reduce lens distortion. And that information is then being sent across the network to anyone who would like to receive it. So in this particular case, we're sending that information through to our Unreal server, which is over here. And this Unreal server here is collecting that information through an Ethernet port, and that information is then being sent directly to a virtual camera that sits in Unreal that in this case is broadcasting live. So the other thing to note in the Unreal server is in this particular case we're also doing a real-time composite of the subject against the green screen with the virtual scene, which is why I kind of look a bit like I'm inside of a spaceship. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for further developments which we hope will be originating from us at the NCCA within the coming weeks and months. And I'm going back to my spaceship. Please cut there because I can't go any further.